Hello humanity, welcome to Humanity Ancient History. Alright, this video is going to be about the Matrix, alright? I'm just doing this because the elite people think that we the slaves don't know what's going on. Again, I'm the first human on the planet Earth to understand our astrology knowledge. I understand everything. So for you people who don't understand this, you're in level 0. There's a lot of people out there in level 1 to 3. I would say Jim Carrey is in level 1. Santo Banucci, he's on level 3. I'm in level 8. Okay, that's where I'm at. So I'm going to try to explain to you guys the true astrology knowledge on the Matrix movie. Alright, so I got my phone here, and you guys going to be watching the video somewhere around here. Alright, there's 3 parts for this video. I was trying to look for one that had the whole introduction, but I can't find it. So I'm going to explain the Matrix movies for you guys right now, alright? So let's get started, alright? I want you to guys, while I'm listening to what the architects say, alright? I'm going to freeze each part, then I'm going to explain what he's saying, alright? This is our astrology. This has to do with astrology. There's no creator God, there's no architect, there's none of that stuff. We live in a universe that has life. There's galaxies out there. Well, we live in a big universe. I'm talking about this galaxy. This galaxy holds life. This galaxy is out there that does not hold life, okay? Earth can be moved at any moment, okay? And again, we can have an Earth, there can be another planet Earth moved by the 14th constellation. They can live right next to our solar system. It can be our neighbor, okay? So I'm going to try to explain this the best that I can with examples, all right? So let's get started. Okay, I want you to go back and look at the key. Okay, the key, okay, it has, let me go back because I missed that part. Alright. You have to learn how to see, okay? You have to study. Okay? So you will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the key is the 7. I'm assuming that the key is the 14th constellation. Then you will count. There's the 6 constellations with suns. Remember the 7, okay? That's a good example. Like I've been telling you people, there are 6 constellations, okay? Okay, the 6 constellations are sleeping for 800 years. That's normal weather for 800 years. Right now we're in climate change because of 14th constellation. That is the key. It activates all these other sun. She's like a bee, alright? So for you people who understand what I'm saying, watch my other videos, start taking your notes. A lot of people just like being told what to think, okay? In order to you people to understand the ultimate truth, you have to understand nature. Look at all the ancient temples, because our education system is fake. All religious beliefs are fake. Well, it's nature knowledge. The people who are telling you what it means, they're fucking liars. The biggest liars on the planet Earth, alright? Any religious institution, any church out there is a liar. All those pastors are lying to you. When you watch a TV series and they have religion in it and they try to, let's say for example when I watch Star Trek and they put religion with their lies, because to me they were that episode was founded by religious organization. Example, like I was watching the TV series Van Helsing, you know what I mean? And I think episode 38, they had this religious shit in it because somebody was a religious, they sponsored, they had that religious bullshit to fuck with your mind. There's no creator God, people, alright? That's all a lie. If you watch my other videos, God, G, okay, it's the letter 7 again, like the key, the 7 constellation of the sun. O, the rest on 15 passages. It's in the 16th chapel. It's in the Aztec temple, in the Egyptian temples. D, the 4 elements. You see? And you will understand while we go more here, okay? But you see, you look at the key, and you're gonna see. All right. So let's keep moving on. All right. Okay. The image you're gonna see about now, Neo entering through the doorway. It's kind of like the same thing when the 14th constellation comes into the doorway, all right? But this is the white room. In my life, I had 3 near-death experience, all right? And my third one, I remember it correctly, where I was in the right room, but I didn't have no body, no nothing. It was all white. I can see everything in 360 degree. I can see everything. But I wasn't there. I didn't have a body or nothing. I was pure energy, all right? And I heard, let's say, a voice. It was my voice telling myself it was not my time to go back, all right? So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay, let's keep going.
Hello, Neil.
Who are you?
I am the architect. I created the Matrix.
Okay, no one created the Matrix, all right? The only way the Matrix is created is by us coming down and experiencing life. We are living energy, and when we come to a planet and we become whatever organisms are around it, we experience that creation. We create consciousness, all right? So I just want to let you guys know that there's no creator, there's no nothing. Everything changes, all right?
I've been waiting for you. You have many questions, and though the process has altered your consciousness, you remain irrevocably human. Ergo, some of my answers you will understand, and some of them you will not.
Okay, now you heard him saying about you understand some of the questions and some not. I understand all the questions, all right? Because I understand the astrology knowledge. I understand everything.
Why am I here?
Your life is the sum of a remainder of an unbalanced equation inherent to the programming of the Matrix. You are the eventuality of an anomaly.
Okay. When you say why I'm here, okay, remember when I told you when I was in the right room, you don't feel anything, okay? You don't have no feelings. You don't know. The only way, okay, you don't have no feelings, you don't feel anything. That's why we come here, to experience pain, to experience suffering, to experience through this body. Without this body, we won't feel anything. For example, pinch yourself, cut yourself. That's the only way you're going to feel. When you're living energy, you don't feel anything, all right? So, I'm just trying to tell you, when you're in Earth, you have to create the most beautiful memories that you can, all right?
To the programming of the Matrix. You are the eventuality of an anomaly which, despite my sincerest efforts, I have been unable to eliminate from what is otherwise a harmony of mathematical precision.
Now, the mathematical precision always changes. Again, we have 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. During the 2,000 years of darkness, the ions in the air changes as we were changed. So the mathematical frequencies in our body changes in all creatures and everything, all right?
Inexorably. Here.
You haven't answered my question.
Quite right. Interesting. That was quicker than the others.
Others? How many? Others. What? Answer one question.
The Matrix is older than you know. I prefer counting from the emergence of one integral anomaly to the emergence of the next, in which case this is the 6th version.
5 months. There are only 2 possible explanations. There were 5 months before. Either no one told me, or no one knows.
Okay, so now you heard what he says. This is the 6th version, okay? For example, the first species in the planet Earth were giant titans, okay? Then again, another form of giant titans. That's the second way, the second version. Then the third version, giants. They walk with dinosaurs, okay? Then again, another form of giants with elongated skulls. We are the 5th. We coexisted with the giants. Okay, now we are in the 6th. The Matrix takes place in the future after the Ice Age, all right? That's when AIs and humans will be living together. AIs will be born right now in the 5th wave. The Matrix movie takes place in the future. But they missed one part in the Matrix movie. They missed the new species. You know, they should present the smaller species with the humans, the new children of the suns, all right? Because they will coexist in the 6 waves with us. We live right now by ourselves. For example, the first version were by themselves. Then they gave birth to the second one and they coexisted together. The first one taught everything to the second one. The same thing happened here. A new species were created, the giant humans. They coexisted with the other form of titans, so were kind of like a reptile. They look reptilian. Then again, those giants taught another form of giants with elongated skulls. It's in the Egyptian temples. You can see it all over the walls, all right? So they taught them everything. Now we are, then again, and the fourth wave gave birth to us. So they taught us everything, all right? Now we are by ourselves in the 5th wave, all right? In the 6th wave, then we would teach the new children of the suns everything. Then we will die out our species, all right? So that's what I'm saying. Then the Matrix takes place in the future, all right? And in the Matrix movie, they show you the underground cities. For example, in the future, in the age, this happens in the age of Capricorn and Aquarius. The yellow sun goes into a reservoir of water. Again, dark matter, dark water, okay? There's no energy, there's no frequency from the 7 suns, all right? So when you read these books, and the ancient books and everything, or whatever, or even the Bible, the vapors, it says that the yellow sun gets blocked by this reservoir of water, by the vapors, by dust particles, if you read a NASA example. So we are breeding those new particles during the 2,000 years of darkness, all right? So it will transmutate the human body. We become a new species. That's the breath of life, all right? So a lot of people won't be understanding what I'm trying to tell you is because you're not at that level. Your brain can process the information. It's for example, right now, some of you people will get it, but 99% of the population won't get it because it's like a deaf person watching my video and not understanding, okay? Because you don't have that level of understanding or knowledge. You love your fictional God. If you're a religious person, you too brainwashed and you love your fictional God, whoever he is. You might love Allah, your God Yahshua, or God, or Shiva, whatever God you follow. Those are fictional characters. You have to evolve your consciousness to understand nature, all right? So let's keep moving on.
To the emergence of the next, in which case this is the 6th version.
Okay.
There are only 2 possible explanations. There were 5 ones before me. Either no one told me, or no one knows.
Precisely.
I know, all right? I'm the only one on planet Earth that knows. So let's keep moving on. I actually figured out too how you can live a long life, but that secret will stay with me, all right? I only learned about 3 people who done it, and the one guy lived in China. He lived after 200. He's like 200 something years old. There's another guy doing the same thing he's doing, but I keep it myself secret. I'm not gonna tell you his name. And there's another movie that explains this, all right? But I will never give the secret of long life to humanity. I haven't practiced it because, it would be very, very hard for me to do it. So, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Or no one knows.
Precisely. As you are undoubtedly gathering, the anomaly is systemic, creating fluctuations in even the most simplistic equations.
See, the equations always changes through the age of Capricorn Aquarius, okay?
You can't make me do anything.
Choice. The problem is choice.
You see, that's the problem, choice. People choose the wrong thing. For example, religious people, they choose the wrong program. People are choosing the wrong program. You can't be programmed. You have to create your own program. You have to understand nature, all right?
It is of your nature. However, I was again frustrated by failure. I have since come to understand that the answer eluded me because it required a lesser mind, or perhaps a mind less bound by the parameters of perfection. Thus, the answer was stumbled upon by another, an intuitive program. initially created to investigate certain aspects of the human psyche. If I am the father of the Matrix, she would undoubtedly be its mother.
The Oracle.
Please. As I was saying, she stumbled upon a solution whereby nearly 99% of all test subjects accepted the program as long as they were given a choice, even if they were only aware of the choice at a near unconscious level. While this answer functioned, it was obviously fundamentally flawed, thus creating the otherwise contradictory systemic anomaly that, if left unchecked, might threaten the system itself. Ergo, those that refuse the program, while a minority, if unchecked, would constitute an escalating probability of disaster.
You see? 99% accept the program. Okay? 99% accept the program. That's all you religious people. All you people, you got so many different religious organizations. People shows that through their free will. Okay? You all love it. Only the 1% of people like me understand that something's wrong with the world. Only 1%. And we're trying to wake up all the other 99%, but they do not accept it. This even goes with you alien com people, with the alien. That's all a lie as well. Okay? Everything that you're seeing in the whole planet Earth is all a lie. There's no truth. You must understand nature. The only ones who are close to the truth are the American Indians, but they're forgetting because everything they have done is through verbally speaking. They never documented anything. Right? They're forgetting their culture. All right? I watch American Indians. I hear their stories. I understand what they're trying to say, but they don't. They listen to their ancestors, what they were saying, but they never understood because never, you know what I mean? But still, the Star Childs, this American Indian group called the Star Childs, I think that's what they're called. They went to the White House and they advised the White House about red sun solar system that it was in, and the White House people came out and they said they didn't know. Okay? So they understand a lot about their astrology. You know, there's different Indian tribes. Some of them know, some of them don't. All right? So let's keep moving on. But remember, 99% of the population accepted their mind control by free will. I'm the 1%. Okay? And a lot of people who are watching my page, a lot of you people who get upset because I call people stupid, it's the truth. 99% of the population are all stupid people. If you're the 1% and you watch my video through the end, you're the one that is strong, that wants to learn, who wants to educate, who wants to understand the truth, who you really are. But a lot of people can't handle, you have to understand, you have to balance love, you have to balance hate. Love is a disease, same as hate. You have to understand how to balance all those things, all right? So let's keep moving on.
A choice, even if they were only aware of the choice at a near unconscious level. While this answer functioned, it was obviously fundamentally flawed, thus creating the otherwise contradictory systemic anomaly that, if left unchecked, might threaten the system itself. Ergo, those that refuse the program, while a minority, if unchecked, would constitute an escalating probability of disaster.
You see, I'm trying to create a disaster because what they're doing is wrong. What religious people are doing is wrong. Brainwashing people be like, you don't do that to a human civilization. You don't lie. You just tell the truth. Even if they don't like to hear the truth, they need to be told the truth. All right? They can't keep the universal knowledge hidden as a secret. All right? So, I want to tell people, and I don't think it would be a disaster. I think when I look at the whole pie, 99% of the population, when they're under mind control, I see it as ignorance. I think ignorance creates chaos. Intelligence and knowledge creates peace. I think if 99% of the population accepted the truth, I think it will be peace. People will try to create new technologies to maintain the population down. So when in 8,000 years, when we enter the ice age again, only 500 million people can go to the underground cities because there won't be enough food to go around. I think people will maintain it in that balance. All right. So you have to think about the animals we have to save to take to the underground cities. The people in the past who did this, I've been reading a lot, and learning. For example, they discover underground city. I forgot where it was. It's in my book. And they discover 70,000 elongated skulls. That's what they threw their dead in that cavern. Just to show you You know, and I was wondering what these people ate in ancient time. They ate minerals from the seas, plankton, a couple of things, you know what I mean? But you have to do this research to understand it yourself, to go into that consciousness level to understand this. So you've been lied to by your education system, by the government, and by your religious organizations.
This is about Zion.
You are here because Zion is...
Okay, Zion is the 13th constellation, all right? You heard what I'm saying? You hear about Zion. It's our 13th constellation solar system, okay? It has many names, okay? It's the Garden of Eden. It has a lot of names, a lot of stories throughout our cultures, right? But it's our 13th constellation. It's located in the X, in the cross.
You are here because Zion is about to be destroyed. Its every living inhabitant terminated, its entire existence eradicated.
You see what he just said? That happens remember, we have 10,000 years of light, 2,000 years of darkness, all right? So everybody's going to be wiped clean, okay? Only those who go underground will survive, all right? That happens. This is what they're trying to tell you in the Matrix movie.
Denial is the most predictable of all human responses, but rest assured.
You see? And what he just said? Denial. You people will deny this. I'm telling you, you will deny it because you have a low consciousness. You don't understand how nature works.
Rest assured. This will be the 6th time we have destroyed it, and we have become exceedingly efficient.
You saw what he said? This is the 6th time they have done it. We're going in the 6th time. We're living in the 5th. We're going in the 6th. Okay? So remember, the Matrix takes place in the future where AIs live with us. AI is going to be created by us in this wave, all right? In this 5th wave. Sometime in the 23rd century, AI will be one with us. AI is good. When you have super intelligence and you understand what's going on, AI does not need to destroy us, because eventually humans will be obsolete in the far future. We will not exist anymore. We won't be able to. The human body won't be able to withstand the nature changes, right? So now let's find the next frame of the Matrix. The next video. All right, I found it.
The function of the One is now to return to the source, allowing a temporary dissemination of the code you carry, reinserting the prime program. After which you will be required to select from the Matrix 23 individuals, 16 female, 7 male, to rebuild Zion. Failure.
Okay, 16 females and 7 males, all right? So you have to understand the function of the One. Who is the One? It's the yellow sun, the one that we see up in the sky, right? It has to become one with the red sun, changing energy, the function, all right, of the matrix, of the code, all right? Then it says that you need 7 males and 16 females, all right? So as you know, that's the number 23. Remember I told you God, G, 7, all right, the 7 constellation with suns. Again, O, 15 passages of the sun solar system, and D, the 4 elements, all right? But now you have to understand the letter law and all these stuff is astrology. But he said 7 males and 16. That's our number 23. That's the 12 constellation with suns. That's 12. Then you have the 4 elements, okay? Then the 7 constellation with suns. Add them all together. That's the number 23. Okay, another movie that they talk about the number 23 is a Jim Carrey movie where he had over his room the number 23. It's the stairway to heaven, okay? That's the number 23. That's the function that makes everything into a reality. Okay, that's the code of the matrix, the number 23. Everything is number 23. Again, the law is the universal law, but the number 23 is the one here from this 13th constellation, how it works. But then you have to understand the law, the universal law. Okay.
Failure to comply with this process will result in a cataclysmic system crash, killing everyone connected to the Matrix, which, coupled with the extermination of Zion, will ultimately result in the
You see? during the ice age, that's the failure. The system will crash because the suns are covered with the dust particles. In the age of Capricorn and Aquarius, the system will fall, killing everybody.
Which,
Right?
coupled with the extermination of Zion, will ultimately result in the extinction of the entire human race.
You see? Zion will be destroyed. We live in Zion. That's our 13th constellation. You know, again, the Bible, the 13th constellation is Eden. Is for example, Noah in the video of the great fish. All right, is where we located. Okay, this is Zion. Where we located right here. All right, you see it? It's in the Exodus, our astrology star map, and showing you. So in the age of Capricorn, it's right here. That's during the Ice Age, okay? Remember, this, when you look at your clock, 1 through 12 is telling you all the knowledge right there. You just look at your clock, 12, okay? 10,000 years of light, 2,000 years of darkness.
The issue is whether or not you are ready to accept the responsibility for the death of every human being in this world. It is interesting reading your reactions. Your 5 predecessors were, by design, based on a similar predication.
See, somebody has to take responsibility when that time comes in the age of Capricorn and Aquarius. You know, that's why everybody needs to be told the truth. You know, nobody wants to take that responsibility and warning the people and telling them the truth that you've been lied to. You know, the system that we live in right now is ultimate control. It's ultimate slavery, right? They have your mind as a slave. Every single person on planet Earth, 99%.
Reading your reactions. Your 5 predecessors were, by design, based on a similar predication, a contingent affirmation that was meant to create a profound attachment to the rest of your species, facilitating the function of the One.
You see, the 5 predecessors, again, they're talking about the 5 generations. Okay, the 4, because we are living in the 5th, all right?
It's far more specific vis-a-vis love.
Trinity.
Apropos, she entered the Matrix to save your life at the cost of her own.
No.
Which brings us at last to the moment of truth, wherein the fundamental flaw is ultimately expressed and the anomaly revealed as both beginning and end. There are 2 doors. The door to your right leads to the source and the salvation of Zion. The door to your left leads back to the Matrix, to her, and to the end of your species. As you adequately put, the problem is choice. But we already know what you are going to do, don't we? Already I can see the chain reaction. The chemical precursors that signal the onset of an emotion, designed specifically to overwhelm logic and reason. An emotion that is already blinding you from the simple and obvious truth.
Now you see, he's talking about emotions. Your emotions, depending on your religion or your mind control, whatever it is, you ain't gonna accept the truth. Because it's on your chemical reaction. You have to understand, you have to control these things. You have to become balanced. You have to do things that you don't want to do to keep going, okay? You have to understand that your religion is a lie, people, right? Everything's about cycles. The way we look, this appearance is going to change. We ain't going to look like this, all right? That's why a lot of people, like, you know, I've seen a lot of members of my family with their makeup for hours in a day, you know what I mean? Trying to look all pretty and everything. That doesn't matter, people. You must understand how this container works, all right?
Facilitating the function of the One. While the others experience this in a very general way, your experience is far more specific vis-a-vis love.
And that's what love does. It blinds you. Your love to your religion, to your partner, to whatever it is, it blinds you from the real world, from nature's world, from your reality that you live in.
It is
Right.
going to die, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. Hope. It is the quintessential human delusion, simultaneously the source of your greatest strength and your greatest weakness.
If I were you, I would hope that we don't meet again.
We won't.
There you go, people. I'm just gonna do this too. There's another one, but you know, it's just gonna repeat itself. So I hope you enjoy that. Okay, I'm gonna play both of the videos by themselves so you can see it. Okay, and hopefully, actually, just look for it on Facebook. All right, I mean on YouTube. Look for it, understand it, play it over and over again, and use your astrology star map. Okay, let me see if I got this right. Yep. Use your astrology star map. It tells you everything. It tells you the truth. It's all in the code, the numbers, the number 23. All right. There's so many different interpretations. All right. You got your 12, 7, and 4. The 12 is the 12 constellations. The 7 constellations were suns, and the 4 elements, the 4 seasons. All right. So, you know, no matter how many different ways they put it for you. For example, in the movie Matrix, 7 males and 14 and 16 females. Okay, you have to understand it's all about this. Okay, so learn it, educate yourself, learn the truth, tell your friends that your whole life has been a lie until now. You must understand this. All right. So now remember, we live in the 200 years of climate change because the 7 suns. The 8 suns, the 7 constellation, Orion's whole 2 suns, they've been awakened. That's climate change. All right. So for you people who do not understand this, we have nuclear summer, nuclear winter, more particles, more quantum particles in the air. When you see these forest wildfires burning, and all those ashes go up into space, it will create nuclear winter because we get less energy out of the sun in the winter time, and that's what creates that. All right, you have to study so many things to understand about nature. You have to study so much to understand this. All right, so just learn how to use your first muscle. All right, I have to go back and work on this, you know, and if I want to live into like 350 years, I have to change a lot of things. I have to change the way I eat. All right. It's not about being a vegan, and it's not about being a meat eater. It's something else, all right? But it's really hard to do. So educate yourself, people. Learn, all right? And use this, all right? Until next time, bye-bye.
Hello, Neo.
Who are you?
I am the architect. I created the Matrix. I've been waiting for you. You have many questions, and though the process has altered your consciousness, you remain irrevocably human. Ergo, some of my answers you will understand, and some of them you will not. Concordantly, while your first question may be the most pertinent, you may or may not realize it is also the most irrelevant.
Why am I here?
Your life is the sum of a remainder of an unbalanced equation inherent to the programming of the Matrix. You are the eventuality of an anomaly which, despite my sincerest efforts, I have been unable to eliminate from what is otherwise a harmony of mathematical precision. While it remains a burden assiduously avoided, it is not unexpected, and thus not beyond a measure of control, which has led you inexorably here.
You haven't answered my question.
Quite right. Interesting. That was quicker than the others.
Others? How many? Others. What? Answer me.
The Matrix is older than you know. I prefer counting from the emergence of one integral anomaly to the emergence of the next, in which case this is the 6th version.
5 ones before me. There are only 2 possible explanations. There were 5 ones before me. Either no one told me.
Or no one knows.
Precisely. As you are undoubtedly gathering, the anomaly is systemic, creating fluctuations in even the most simplistic equations.
Control me! I'm gonna smash you to bits! I'll kill you! You can't make me do anything, like prick!
Choice. The problem is choice.
The first Matrix I designed was quite naturally perfect. It was a work of art, flawless, sublime, a triumph equaled only by its monumental failure. The inevitability of its doom is apparent to me now as a consequence of the imperfection inherent in every human being. Thus I redesigned it, based on your history, to more accurately reflect the varying grotesqueries of your nature. However, I was again frustrated by failure. I have since come to understand that the answer eluded me because it required a lesser mind, or perhaps a mind less bound by the parameters of perfection. Thus, the answer was stumbled upon by another, an intuitive program, initially created to investigate certain aspects of the human psyche. If I am the father of the Matrix, she would undoubtedly be its mother.
The Oracle.
Please. As I was saying, she stumbled upon a solution whereby nearly 99% of all test subjects accepted the program as long as they were given a choice, even if they were only aware of the choice at a near unconscious level. While this answer functioned, it was obviously fundamentally flawed, thus creating the otherwise contradictory systemic anomaly that, if left unchecked, might threaten the system itself. Ergo, those that refuse the program, while a minority, if unchecked, would constitute an escalating probability of disaster.
This is about Zion.
You are here because Zion is about to be destroyed. Its every living inhabitant terminated, its entire existence eradicated.
Bullshit.
Bullshit!
Denial is the most predictable of all human responses. But rest assured, this will be the 6th time we have destroyed it, and we have become exceedingly efficient at it. The function of the One is now to return to the source, allowing a temporary dissemination of the code you carry, reinserting the prime program. After which you will be required to select from the Matrix 23 individuals, 16 female, 7 male, to rebuild Zion. Failure to comply with this process will result in a cataclysmic system crash, killing everyone connected to the Matrix, which, coupled with the extermination of Zion, will ultimately result in the extinction of the entire human race.
You won't let it happen. You can't. You need human beings to survive.
There are levels of survival we are prepared to accept. However, the relevant issue is whether or not you are ready to accept the responsibility for the death of every human being in this world. It is interesting reading your reactions. Your 5 predecessors were, by design, based on a similar predication, a contingent affirmation that was meant to create a profound attachment to the rest of your species, facilitating the function of the One. While the others experienced this in a very general way, your experience is far more specific, vis-a-vis love.
Trinity.
Apropos, she entered the Matrix to save your life at the cost of her own.
No.
Which brings us at last to the moment of truth, wherein the fundamental flaw is ultimately expressed and the anomaly revealed as both beginning and end. There are 2 doors. The door to your right leads to the source and the salvation of Zion. The door to your left leads back to the Matrix, to her, and to the end of your species. As you adequately put, the problem is choice. But we already know what you are going to do, don't we? Already I can see the chain reaction. the chemical precursors that signal the onset of an emotion, designed specifically to overwhelm logic and reason. An emotion that is already blinding you from the simple and obvious truth. She is going to die, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. Hope. It is the quintessential human delusion, simultaneously the source of your greatest strength and your greatest weakness.
If I were you, I would hope that we don't meet again.
We won't.